Hello, and welcome to Fresh Air. I'm so-and-so. I forgot the name of myself. What was it? Yes, my name is Terry Gross, and I need to buy deodorant. Let me jot that down on my grocery list because I still use a typewriter. Anyway, you're about to listen to a podcast called Please Send Dick Pics, and it's gotten a lot of listener support, meaning like NPR and Fresh Air, it is all listener supported. And it turns out they wanted to end this podcast months ago, but the listeners just kept forking over money to keep it going. Here's their story.
Here's a story about a dick pic podcast. It's called Please Send Dick Pics. Like their mother or father, the youngest one in views.
Hey everybody, I'm April, and my co-host today is,
Mary Upchurch.
and you're listening to
Please send dick pics.
That was great. Oh my god, that was the best.
Please send dick pics. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a Pepsi commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like, I was watching some old Britney Spears Pepsi commercials the other day. Like, remember like from 2001?
Yeah, but it's weird to think that Britney Spears has old Pepsi commercials. Because I was thinking,
Yeah, I know.
Cindy Crawford has old Pepsi commercials.
Was that Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola?
It was
Pepsi?
Pepsi.
It was.
Yeah, it was Pepsi.
Like, I get confused with that, the one guy who did the Coke commercials, and he was robotic looking, something Headroom? Max Headroom.
Max Headstrom.
Headstrom. I thought it was Headroom.
I think it's Headstrom.
Really? Because
Headroom?
Well, Headroom is like real. That could have been my celebrity dick. Oh well.
Max.
Yeah, because like Max Headroom or Head. You gotta leave some room for the guys' heads, you know.
Headroom. Headroom. You're right. It's Headroom. I
Yeah.
said Headstrom.
I like Headroom. It sounds like
I think it's Headroom.
it's
not
kind of like
Headroom.
fancy French.
Like the
Headroom.
space inside of a hat is headroom. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. When you put your
Tripping
dick
on
in a box, you need some headroom. When your dick is walking under an archway, you need some headroom.
Just
okay?
a little headroom. Well, Max Headroom.
He was fun. I thought he was a character before he was on the commercial, but my friend said he was a commercial, then became a character. Kind of like the caveman guys in Geico.
Yeah, and the late 80s were really good for that, I think. Because Spuds Mackenzie was another, like, promotional
Was he a potato?
character. He was a dog.
Oh. I don't remember. What was he for? I didn't remember
I
that.
think Bud Light.
Oh.
I am a couple of years older than you, so I'm pulling
Just a
from
couple.
further.
I'm 33. I won't see you. We don't have to say your age, but yeah, we're kind of close actually.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna hit 40 in 7 years. So.
Oh, Spuds Mackenzie was a Bud Light dog, and he was one of those weird looking,
Oh,
like the Target. Now
Like
he's the Target dog.
Oh, now he's a Target dog.
Yeah.
Wow, I see that. Let me
But
see how it's spelled. Spud Mackenzie.
Spuds.
Mackenzie.
I think maybe it was like Suds. I don't know. How did we get onto this?
That's how we got to the Target ad. Target. Yeah. So, how are you doing this week? Anything exciting going on this week?
Oh my goodness! Like the week to come, because
Well, just tell me about this past week. How is this
I've been super
cool
busy,
shows?
which is nice. And did I have any shows this last week?
Yeah.
I don't really have any shows last week, but I have a lot of shows next week.
Fuck yeah.
So I feel like I'm just mentally prepping, and I kind of learned too. I should be doing more like daily, like open mics and stuff. I've got my ad
Your little
right
poster
here.
right there.
Yeah. So starting next week, it's gonna get busy. I'm competing in House of Comedy's Funniest Person with a Day Job contest.
Oh yay!
I did that last year. I felt weird doing it again.
I feel like there's people who are like, oh shoot, it's here last year. What
You-
the fuck?
Yeah. You lost. You are not Arizona's funniest person. with a day job. It's like, so I'm going to come back and try it again. Like, I don't know. But what I learned, it's just a good opportunity, and, you support that club, and, you get in front of people and bring people to see you. So I think last year, since I was really new at it and I didn't know a lot of people, I was, like really serious and really, like,
take me seriously, I'm funny.
Well, I took everything very serious. Like, okay, I guess you should take it serious.
In a way. Comedy's weird. You gotta take it serious, also have fun.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise people are like, I can't relate to you.
I think maybe now, and it's been, say, a year, you see more behind the scenes, you see more.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
A little more veteran, like, but not too much to where you're like, I'm just here and I know what I'm doing.
There is something nice about, going in there and nobody's really seen you before, and they're like, who's this chick? So that's fun. Maybe that's where I'm like this year. I'm like, I'm old news.
But not completely old. Because there's probably people, is there anyone who's been doing it for 10 years? Has it been around 10? No, it's only been around 3.
3 or 4. This is like the 4th year. So that's true. No, but I am excited. It is just a fun time, and I think we're really lucky to be able to do comedy in professional places like that.
Yeah.
I think there's some places that they don't have a good high-end comedy club.
Like Branson, Missouri? No, I don't
Probably
know.
Not.
That's a random place. I don't even know if they have anything.
You've never been to Yuck Yucks? No, just kidding.
No. Oh.
The Toast of Branson, Missouri?
Oh,
just
wow.
Kidding. No, I don't know that. No, I think we're really lucky to get the opportunity, and like doing it last year, I was all in the finals, and I got a paid week there.
Oh.
And then since then I've been performing there like all year. Like
You've technically won. You technically won.
We're all winners.
Yeah.
So
are there like 3 winners technically? Like
no, they do like months and months of the first round, and then they have the semifinals. So they take about 3 people from each round. And then there's maybe 2 different nights of semifinals.
Yeah.
So that might be like down to like 20 people. And then in the finals, in the finals, there was like 9 of us.
Okay.
And they picked like a top 3. Charles Engel won,
yeah.
Which is very well deserved.
Yeah.
It made me feel really good because like Charles was in my first and second round, so like I was in there with the best of the best. So it was a good time, and it led to tons of opportunities. And
I should do it. Like, so is there months? So it's like, when does it start? Is it like January it starts?
It started in April, and then
I'm thinking like tons of months, and I'm like, oh, there's months.
It feels like it because you're like, no, I think semis will be like in June maybe or the end of May. Like, the preliminary rounds are kind of I think starting to wrap up. I don't know. You should check out their website.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun opportunity. So I'm doing that next week. I'm doing Trash Talks at Plasma, which is a really fun show.
Is it trash talking about trash?
No, this one is... I did another show there. It was Fault in Our Stars, and that was more like me trash talking celebrities. This one is about, you're doing a presentation on like a guilty pleasure.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes, and my guilty pleasure is very tied into this... your topic of your podcast.
Oh, that's great. Do you want to go into that now, or do you want to go into something else, then go into that?
We can let it come up organically.
Okay, cool. I kind of just did, but that's okay.
Do you know the definition of organic?
We got some apples, we got some oranges, we have kale, bananas. What's the one you want to buy organic? Strawberries, I think you have to buy those, otherwise you'll die. Which I haven't died yet, but I don't know if that's true. So, we can go into, like, let's see. We can go into news. So, I didn't really research this, but I just saw this, like, on the Facebook headlines. The schools in Britain are replacing the analog clocks, with the circle and the hands, because kids can't read them.
It's about fucking time.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
We're just getting lazier as a society.
We're also
laying down right now.
Yeah, we're just gonna lay down and do this.
Yeah.
My back is killing me.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I really never learned how to tell time the right way. I remember being so frustrated. I was probably 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And we're trying to learn like the 15s, the quarters, and I'm just like, I don't get this. And I still kind of count sometimes. And I pretty much just wear watches for accessories.
Like, do you have a Fitbit?
I had one, but I got too annoyed to recharging it all the time.
Yeah, it's like another thing to charge.
It's so lame.
I hate adding up time. You know, when you're like trying to be like, all right, I worked from 1:46 p.m. to like 5:17 p.m. and you're like trying to add up the hours. And there's a way to do it in math, and I fucking hated it.
I remember, like, the second or third time I took algebra, or I took so many math classes. Yeah, because you're dealing with 60 is your, your base, or what it's based on, not 100, which most things we base on 100. And so the 60 kind of messes you up.
Yeah.
So that's when I just use my fingers.
Yeah, I just do, like, the hours. Like, okay, so 1 to 5 is 4, and then I just be like, all right, what's the difference of it,
Get out
too?
pen and paper.
60 minus 36, and then 60 minus 17, and then add those up. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, on the same note, nobody knows how to read a real map anymore. I mean, I never did, but...
Yeah. My parents and I went to, like, years ago, we flew into, like, Minnesota, because it's cheaper. Then we drove to Waterloo, Iowa, where my relatives were, my grandma at the time and my aunt. And, like, I remember it was, like, 2 a.m. It was, like, ice cold at night. Like, everything was just eerily creepy looking and icy, and my mom had a map, and eventually we realized that she was driving us into Wisconsin. And I think I was like, my dad's like, give our daughter the map because she's better at it. I'm like, I'm good at maps? Cool. And I like got us. But like, yeah, my mom's older, she can't read a map.
It's amazing what you can do when you have to.
Yeah. I think my mom was, like, actually falling asleep while reading it. She's like, yeah, make a left. And then she, like, falls asleep.
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary.
I think we tried to pump gas in a small town, and it was so, like I said, dark and eerie that, like, the gas was frozen. It wouldn't come out. So my dad paid for gas that would not even come out of the pump.
Dang.
That year's when, like, Minnesota went -40, and we were like...
No, thank you.
We couldn't fly out.
I've always been a warm weather person.
Yeah. I don't know, like, some people in the valley are moving to Chicago, right? And I don't know how they can do it. And my friends are there right now, too.
I'm going to Chicago in a couple weeks.
But it's going to be humid. Or is it going to be icy still at this time of year?
I have no idea. I'm gonna check on my phone and look at the... I guess people don't know how to use thermometers anymore either.
Oh, right. Yeah, what is a thermometer? Like, am I sick? Or?
It's mercury. Yeah,
You're
mercury.
right. Digital thermometer.
81 in Chicago right now.
That's too cold.
But we'll see what it is in a couple of weeks.
What's the humidity level? Like 150 already?
23%.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. That's nice.
But 80 is kind of warm, yeah.
I mean, geez.
We'll
it's
see.
like
I've never
100 this weekend here.
It's pretty warm, yeah.
Another news thing. I don't know if you had a news thing. Do you have a news thing?
Not a good one.
Do you want to just say it?
Well,
everything is good on this podcast. It's okay.
I was fascinated with the story that DJ Khaled doesn't perform oral sex. And I was like, what the F is wrong with you?
About that. Yeah, I read that, like, randomly. And, like...
Oh, by the way, and his quote is, the woman should praise the man.
He's one of those guys who will message you on, like, OkCupid and be like, you want to be my king, I'll be your king. Or, you want to be my queen, I gotta be your king first.
And then he'd be like, all I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Is that a lyric?
It is. It's from his song.
Okay.
But I think it's fine if he doesn't want to go down on a woman, but you don't need to say it in the media and then, let all these other douchebags think that they don't have to.
You know what I think he's trying to do? I think he's coming out as vegan, is what he's trying to say.
Didn't he already do that? Or he went vegan for like a month or something.
He?
That was like one of his...
He doesn't look like he did. All right.
It was a while ago. He's the one that has his little baby, and he dresses him the same as him, and he carries him around to everything.
Oh, wow. Like a little, like, Austin Powers mini-me? Like Dr. Evil? Like,
yeah.
Like, he's, like, just doing a tribute to Vern Troyer?
Maybe. And I think that kid is going to be the worst kid ever when he grows up. I
said on Twitter, okay, this guy's officially a piece of shit because he sure won't eat it or eat one. And it's just him doing peace. What's this peace sign he's doing? He's doing a peace sign, but, like, his fingers are together. Like, you're obviously ready to, like, finger a woman with those
Or he's just pointing you to the exits.
Yeah. Oh, he's on a plane. Oh, he's on the runway. I'm sorry, I looked at this picture wrong. I thought he was sitting in a director's chair.
So I thought that was a useless story this week.
That was a useless story, yeah. No, I like it because I read it too. I was watching. So, what do you think of? There's more of this, like, Me Too stuff. Charlie Rose, I guess something last year came out about Charlie Rose being, being all up on women, and he seems like a good guy, right? I guess there's just like women are actually suing him now for that. Like he gave one too many roses, and they somehow survived decades in hot water, and now everyone's suing him. The women are. I just watched an interview. I didn't know about Tom Brokaw. Did you know he was like accused of stuff as well?
That just came out like last week, I think.
Okay. Because I was watching a video, and this woman started out by saying like, she's a reporter, and she's like, he came up and tickled me, and I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. And then I know that's like how it starts, and I'm like, is this story gonna get good? So I'm watching her interview, and like, oh, it gets good. Like he tries to get on top of her, and like, well, like almost, and he's like this creepy old man, like he's on AOL Instant Messenger, and he's like, hey, like kind of like what a guy flirting would do, be like, I know you want me.
Sup?
He's like, I know you want me.
I know you want me. Today at 10.
Tonight at 10.
You want this dick.
Yeah, I just thought, these people that are like, cool, man. They're just, why do you gotta ruin my perception of these cool reporter guys? Why do they have to ruin their own reputation?
Cool reporters are really just guys.
You're right.
You think about the kind of person who gets into, say, reporting. And it's not like, okay, there are some that like, oh, I'm a journalist. But some are just on-air personalities. So really they're just comics.
They're just comics.
And we know what they're capable of.
And we know what comics do. They comic all over the sheets. I don't know. Okay. All over the crowd. Just like...
I don't have too much personal experience with that in comedy. But I feel like I read a lot of other people's experiences, so I think it's fair to say I should say that like I have not experienced that in comedy yet.
Tom Brokaw's?
No, Tom Brokaw. but
me either.
Well, the difference between these guys is they're powerful. That's the problem. The Brokaw.
But like some of them, I'm like, just say no right away. Like for me, I was never afraid to like tell a guy no. But these girls are like, oh, my reputation. I'm like, there's a way you can say it and be like, not interested.
Well, yeah, but then they pull back.
My ego. No,
but then they pull back the proverbial carrot, like the opportunity or the whatever. Okay, fine. You know what? We don't need you then.
We don't need you in the war zone. Well, I was gonna die anyway. Like, this lady almost got, like, died in the war zone. She was reporting it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess I should have read more about that.
No, when I got Starbucks for the podcast, because I never prepare for the podcast, even if it sounds like I do, I was just watching a video.
I wonder if anybody right now is going, you're right. It does. No, it doesn't.
You're right. It doesn't sound like she prepares at all.
I listen to podcasts sometimes and I yell, and I'm like, damn it! No! It's this!
Yeah.
Stop it! But
like you're trying to direct the podcast. You're like,
well,
please go over here. Don't say this. No.
There's one I love, but like there's a person who like interrupts a lot or just talks like babbles, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Is it like weird? Is it like Howard Stern? Is it just like that?
It's
like that one girl or one guy or girl on Howard Stern is like.
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and say yes. And that face was great. You know what story I just got a kick out of this week? Is that Rudy Giuliani? Well, it was 2 weeks ago. He like, I'm joining Trump's legal team.
I'm an attorney now.
Yeah, and then he's doing an interview and he's like, "Oh no, the president definitely reimbursed Michael Cohen for the $130,000 he paid Stormy Daniels."
Trump was avoiding that fact.
He said no. Like weeks earlier, he was like, "Oh, I don't know about that money.
Yeah,
I have no idea."
He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
And then there's Giuliani going, "Oh no, he reimbursed him." And so that was a good little bomb.
Trump's like, why did I hire you?
I'm like, why are you letting him talk if he doesn't have his facts straight or if he's not saying what you... It's so It's like a comedy of errors.
Honestly, Trump is kind of like my dad, because, like, he'll want you to talk for him, but then when you do, he's like, oh, no, that's, like, he'll correct you. My dad is exactly like Steve Carell's character on The Office. Like, where things are good, he'll take credit. If they're bad, he's like, oh, no.
Oh, that's a better comparison, because Michael Scott was a very sweet person, though, at heart.
But I cried watching that show sometimes.
I love that
he would
show.
say, because I'm like, this is my dad. They have the same birthday. Well, Steve Carell and my dad have the same birthday down to the year.
You know who I have the same birthday as? The exact same day, year, month, everything. I just learned this. It's awesome. Mike Birbiglia.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I saw, the first time I met you, I'm like, I thought you were him.
You thought I was Mike Birbiglia?
Yeah, but I'm like, oh no, this is obviously a woman. So I was
I mean, what gave it away? My huge boobs or my...
Like, you had your hair up, but then you took it down. I'm like, oh, sorry.
I've gotten my teeth fixed since then. Just kidding. I don't know. I'm just saying we have the exact same
and also,
birthday.
you're not white, right?
Oh, I'm half.
Okay.
So you probably saw me from here to here. Like my white side.
I saw your arm, and I was like, that's Mike Birbiglia.
So I was excited to have that.
Yeah.
I mean, same year, too. We could have been separated.
Do you feel like when you watch interviews, you go, that's my twin?
I'm going to tell him, and he's going to be like, oh, cool.
Like, did you buy a ticket to the show at least?
No, I didn't.
I'm a comic. I got it for free.
What are you doing in my house?
Well, you have my favorite drive-thru.
He always stays on the first floor in hotels because he sleepwalks. And so it'd be easier to infiltrate. I don't know how I got this far. All I meant was
we're so great. This is great.
I'm not even the biggest fan. I mean, he's cool.
I'm not even fans of people with my birthday. Like, Hugh Hefner has my birthday.
Oh, not
like
anymore.
That. Yeah, not anymore. He's dead. But Elle Fanning and I have so many similarities.
Oh.
Like, I look like Elle Fanning, and I am an actress, not a comic, so, like, we're obviously twins there.
And your older sister is, like, super famous and successful.
Oh, and Jenna Jameson has my birthday.
Oh, nice.
And another guy who I'm ashamed of, Dennis Quaid, and another person I'm ashamed of.
Why are you ashamed? Did he Me Too somebody?
Probably himself.
I like Dennis
know.
Quaid.
His own tan line.
I loved him as Jerry Lewis. Actually, never mind. Because
was he Jerry Lewis?
Yeah, in Great Balls of Fire. He married his cousin, played by Winona Ryder.
Okay.
And
he didn't marry Dean Martin. That makes more sense.
No, I'm tripping right now because another podcast I was listening to was talking about this fact, so I don't want to like copy them.
No, it's fine.
But this is what I would have said if I was able to participate in that conversation. Was like that movie was like porn to me as a child. I was like, oh my god!
I gotta watch this because I'm still a child.
Because they have sex like on their wedding night or whatever, and he's like, "You don't move like no virgin."
Like, oh, you've been around the block. You trying to
but
tell
she
me
was
this?
like 14 or something.
Oh no.
Anyways, this is going in a weird direction. I'm just saying that movie was, when you're a kid, like just like the little sex scenes in different movies, you're like, oh,
I loved them.
I feel funny.
Yeah, like, am I supposed to feel that? Like, I found like a porn book in my friend's parents' bedroom, like artful like Kama Sutra book when I was like 10. I'm like, what is this? And like I put it to memory and.
Oh, I would find that in people I would babysit for.
Oh, really?
I guess I snooped a little bit.
Like, that's cool. No, it's fine. So when you mentioned Great Balls of Fire, it reminds me of this rock history class I took in college, so you're just bringing all that back.
What?
I took a rock history class in college, because Great Balls of Fire is a song.
Yeah, Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, not Jerry. Jerry Lee Lewis. There's a difference.
He lives in Memphis, Tennessee.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, who the fuck does that song? Mm-hmm. Great Balls of Fire. So another thing is, this happened like last week. Did you see the Kanye West tweets with Trump?
Oh, he's so strange now. What is he doing?
I don't know. But they're trying to like. I think he said, like, Trump is my dragon or something, or my dragon mother.
He's my brother, and we're on that, like, dragon fuel. I don't know.
They have dragon fuel. Like, that's a new product he's trying that he got the $80 million for.
It's just, I think he has something coming out, so he's just trying to get publicity.
Do you think so?
Oh, totally. And then he walked into TMZ and was talking, but then this other guy at TMZ kind of stood up to him and was like, the fact that you said that is really disrespectful, and we're out here trying to live, and you're just, whatever. And then one of Snoop Dogg's relatives said, just stay in Calabasas. Basically, it was like,
Because nobody lives in Calabasas, by the way.
Except
There's
Kardashians.
nothing there.
No, they were like, I'm not the best person to talk about current events with, I think, but...
Me either.
I'm like, hold on, let me pull all my facts together. No, he's traveling with extra security because he's afraid that gang people might attack him because of what, like... In the title, it said Snoop Dogg's relative.
Because he's trying to make rap great again, right? Is that why?
No, he said something really unfortunate. Kanye did.
Oh, about black people.
He said that slavery is a choice, and so
oh my God! What
he
the fuck?
pretty much has. He's pretty much excommunicated himself from the black community.
Is slavery still around besides in other countries?
I am not going to get into this.
Okay.
I mean, you have. Yeah, I'm not. You have sex slavery.
Oh, that's right. There's human trafficking.
Human trafficking is a form of slavery.
So, but that's a choice, guys. Just so you know.
No, I didn't say that.
No, okay.
Somebody's going to take it out of
Obviously,
context.
he said that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, he's really just trying to get attention. It's just the wrong attention, and he's aligning himself with Donald Trump, and it's really weird.
I think they're both Geminis, okay? So, like, they get each other. Oh, you are?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh,
and
shit.
so is Mike
And
Birbiglia.
you don't get this? you don't get the whole Trump thing and, like, what they're doing? I thought you Geminis were all the same.
Oh, man. No, so Kanye's just lost his mind.
I liked him, just through the wire, but I think he wasn't being himself. Dave Chappelle met him a long time ago, and I think, like, before he was famous, he did something crazy. Like, he said, like...
He was in a car accident, and he had his jaw wired shut.
I know
and he almost
that.
died.
Yeah.
Oh,
man, he should have died. Anyways. Like, I thought he was cool. And I'm like, maybe we should go back in time with the time... Because white people like to time travel, so let's go back in time and make that car crash happen again.
I just think I wish he would just go back to making really good music like he used to. Like you said, College Dropout.
Jesus Walks, man.
I mean, that was a great song. And then that whole other album.
The whole other one.
You know, that other one.
Not the bear on the front. That was College Dropout.
Yeah, okay, so maybe that's the one I'm thinking of.
I don't even know. Was that College Dropout?
So, like, just go make music.
Yeah. I want to show you this. It's just in... Ariana Grande is obsessed with Jupiter and Neptune, and there's a picture of... You know those face masks that are really popular now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, they've always been popular. They're paper.
I'm doing one tonight.
Oh, cool. Which one?
One from Sephora.
Oh, so it's probably $50.
No, they're like
for
$6
a sheet?
to $8.
For one sheet?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. I can't afford that right now, but like...
I'll bring you one.
Oh. Oh.
Should have told me ahead of time I would have bought it.
There's a picture of Ariana Grande wearing a mask of Neptune on her face. So you got the Neptune one. How much does the Neptune one cost? Like what? $30 billion?
Maybe. I'm gonna now call her Ariana Gigante.
Is this a holiday in Spanish culture? Is that what? I don't know what that word means.
What, gigante?
Yeah.
It means gigantic.
Oh.
So she's not just a grande.
I thought it was gigante. It's gigante. Oh,
well, you're just not pronouncing the G. She's not Ariana Grande. She's Ariana Gigante now because she's Jupiter.
What's blue in Spanish? Is it blue?
Azul.
She's Ariana Azul.
I'm kind of thinking about a character I wanted to do once in it when I did improv. But I never did it. It was going to be...
spill the beans.
Well, my character was going to be called, my name is Tatiana Vente. I'm Ariana's cousin.
You're like a Starbucks drink.
I'm just not as elegant and poised
You're
as
only
Ariana.
20 ounces. You weigh 20 ounces. You're
No,
like
I'm the opposite. You're just like the burly, like, my name is Tatiana Vente.
What about Trente?
Trente. There's a funny sketch. There's a funny sketch on... Have you ever seen Very Mary Kate?
No, what is it?
Oh, it's so funny.
Is it really them or a spoof?
It's a spoof. But she
Well,
says
how-
something like, it's a melee. It's like this big.
You say relay?
Melee.
Okay.
Like million. So,
Not Miley Cyrus, though. Okay.
no. I guess I'm pulling off little things of things that I've seen.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Very Mary Kate, I think, is really funny. I
I
learned
gotta
about
watch
that years ago, but I like it. You might like it.
I would like...
I think you might.
I like a really sick skit called Jenny. And there's also a Fly La Concord song called Jenny that's really good. You guys should listen to it. But but there's a sketch called Jenny, and it's just about this doll, like the little Kelly doll, losing all her limbs and bleeding everywhere.
Oh, no.
That's what it's about, and I love it.
I think in Very Mary Kate, it's like Mary Kate and like her bodyguard, and it's just kind of making fun of her a little bit, but it's a well done skit. So, anyways, that's where I got Melee from. So like, Grande, Vente, and they're like, it's the new Melee.
Melee.
Anyway, that's so.
It's
dumb.
like paid views. It's kind of like paid views, but it's paid. I don't know where I'm going with that. You know, like people have like 56 million views on a video, and I guess they're all like.
Are you just wishing that into existence? Like,
yeah,
I want
like
paid views.
I want paid views. Like, can someone pay for views for my videos that aren't any good?
I filmed a
spending
sketch.
time on.
I filmed sketch this week. Actually, that's why I was so busy for.
Is
show.
that what you're doing today? You're getting emails from a guy who's like, "We're changing it." No, you're not right now.
You were looking at my phone.
No,
I was
that's
getting.
not what I meant.
I was getting emails from a girl. First of all,
Oh, sorry.
It wasn't a guy. No, that's a
I didn't
different project.
I didn't mean to assume.
You were totally snooping, and then what I did this week. Was it Thursday? We're filming sketches for the Sydney Smith show.
Oh, I saw you.
And that's going to be why can't I get dates right? It's May 16th at Stand Up Live.
You're gonna film it live there?
No,
Okay.
they're doing. I think in the show they're going to do stand up and then show some sketch, do some stand up. So I'm excited to be a part of that. And we filmed all night. I was so tired when I had to go to my day job the next morning.
Oh, Sydney, if you need anybody, if you're listening, let me know. I can help.
He's a talented guy. Like, his script was so funny, and the other people were so funny. I had a good time, even though I said I was so tired, but it was...
You don't want it to end.
It's worth it, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind going to work tired if I had a really good time. If I go to work tired because I stayed up late watching BS TV, then I'd be pissed, which is what I normally do.
This is when you realize your calling in life and you just don't show up to work. And you just do that the rest of your life and you put your rent on credit cards.
No, I like stuff and things, and I like food, and I like clothes.
Can you
and
tell I don't care?
Yeah, no. I'm okay with that, and I love my job, so I don't like going to work.
That's good.
Yeah.
I just want to be like a fun hoodlum who's in a lot of sketches and stand up at night, and I just live off of that. Like, who doesn't? Everyone listening, right? You just want to be a fun little...
I want to be a fun hoodlum. You know what's funny is I wouldn't describe you as a hoodlum.
I know.
'Cause
but inside, I'm out of control.
You just want to spray paint dicks on things. You just want to, like, steal
I want to steal...
people's iPads.
I want to steal candy. I want to steal
hearts.
I want to walk into, like, Albertsons, Starbucks, and just walk into the... Because I used to work there, so I just want to, like, swing the door open. I just walk in, like, while they're taking orders from the crowd. I just start making my own drink. And they're like, you can't do that. I'm like, try to stop me. And then they don't. They're like, okay. We're
Get on these other drinks then, bitch.
They're like, well, you're not black. We won't call the cops. So we won't. Like that thing in Philadelphia, they called the cops on them.
Well, they were just sitting there, too.
I know.
I would definitely call the cops on you because you went behind the counter. You probably didn't.
But
wash
I'm
your
white
hands.
privileged, so they're like, no, you can do whatever.
Yeah, you know.
You look like you worked here one time in 2007, sure.
I'm not touching that one. I'm just saying you probably didn't wash your hands, so there were some serious health care violations.
Obsessed. I know people carry hand sanitizer around with them, but I think you're just
I don't do that. Yeah, I don't do that.
I think you're just moving the germs around, so I have to wash my hands a lot. I wash my hands 50 times a day.
No, I
like
only
actual
wash my
water.
hands like 3 times a day.
Oh, gross.
No, I purposely don't always wash them. Well, I'm getting better at it.
Drying them out.
No, because...
Your hands do look young. They
I
look
need to get my
younger than
nails
mine,
done.
and you're like older than me, right?
You know why? Because you've given way more hand jobs than I have.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That
I'm really good at those, guys.
Arthritic. I think it's when
I'm really good at them.
You know what it is? I'll let you in on a little secret. Other than being half Mexican, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a little overweight.
I didn't notice.
I like the way I said a little.
You're always wearing dresses, I can't tell.
That's true. That's strategic. No, but when you have a little more meat on your bones, it fills in the fine lines.
Oh, you're right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's why I guess I look... And I'm sure I look great right now because I'm laying on my back.
Yeah.
And so everything...
She's straight up, like, I hope, like, you're getting picked up really good sound-wise. But, yeah, she's She's doing a little spa day while doing the podcast. She has cucumbers on her eyes. I don't know. I don't have cucumbers. I don't know where they came from.
I bring my
I don't
own.
have any food.
Thank you for making me feel so comfortable that I can just do
she's
this.
wearing a towel.
I'm about to put my hands down my pants.
She's got like one of those like little neck. There's a masseuse here that she brought. So
I brought a young boy.
hey Felipe.
Hola Felipe.
¿Qué? What does he say?
Hola Miss Mary. Turn around,
Hola
please.
Miss Mary.
Thank you. I'm really
She's
picturing
got like infused like steam going.
Yeah. That's just how I roll. That's what happens when you have a job, April.
She brought him a massage table.
If you get a job, you could have your own personal masseuse.
I'll just steal yours.
Okay. When he's done. Just kidding. I'm acting like
I mean, I got basically free Wi-Fi. I got Wi-Fi for $10 a month, so I can hook it up.
Do you know how much I pay for Wi-Fi?
80?
Yes.
And then your phone's also 80?
More than that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this life is expensive, so you're on the right track. Don't ever give up on your hoodlum dreams.
Thank you. I mean, I want to contribute. It's just,
I'm just gonna try to keep.
She has found a ball pit in my place. I don't know how that found. Like,
what is like Chuck E. Cheese?
This is dick. It's please send dick pics. We have a ball pit now.
So it's like dick
scrotums. That's gross. It's like a weird surgery mishap of like you don't need your balls here. Put it in this ball pit. Okay. That got really graphic. There's guys who are listening who are scared now. Like Lorena bobbiting your balls into a ball pit. Okay. I just want to... once you start a subject, you have to go with it.
Yeah, you really have to commit. First rule of improv and comedy and all that.
Yeah. I can't believe... Let's high five. You can see my hand. That's crazy. Okay. Because you have like cucumber eyes. We can talk about... Who's your celebrity... Well, do you want to do Dick of the Week? Like, anything piss you off this week?
Well, I feel like I already talked about that with anything with the, the Trump stories really anger me. And Rudy Giuliani was a great dick this week.
That's his other brother, his nicer brother.
Giuliano! Michael
That's Cohen. Guy.
Michael Cohen is forever entertaining me. I'm waiting for something to happen with this whole investigation. I follow a really great podcast. Can I say the name of it? It's called Mueller She Wrote. And
is it new?
No, they've been. I think they have like 25 episodes right now. But they started.
That's probably like this year they started it.
They did because they started as soon as the first indictments came down.
Okay, because I'm like they want to start a year ago.
No, so it's about the Russian investigation.
Mueller She Wrote.
Mueller She Wrote. So it follows the.
However you pronounce this damn name.
It's done by some comedians in San Diego, and they're fantastic.
Oh, shout out to San Diego.
Woo woo!
We have 0 listeners there, but San Francisco and Los Angeles a lot.
I've also been listening to My Favorite Murder a lot, which is really igniting my love for podcasts.
Some guy at a coffee shop mentioned that podcast because he said his wife listens to ours or this one, and then so the murder. What is it called again?
My Favorite Murder.
My Favorite Murder. He mentioned that one.
You know what's neat about My Favorite Murder is the host. They're in LA. They're at least one of them is a comedy writer. And so they mentioned people that you know. And then in the last episode I was watching, and I don't know if it was the last episode because I'm watching them out of order or listening to them out of order, but she mentioned a comic that was at Bird City. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, my friend Brandy did this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we met her.
Brandy. Yeah.
And I was like, oh. I'm just loving the interconnectivity of comedy right now.
Like the world is pretty small.
Yeah.
I love that.
So that's kind of what I'm obsessed with. I know that's not what you asked.
No, that's cool. Is there anyone that made your week? Like sometimes I want to put a positive spin on the Dick of the Week. And is there anyone that made your week that saved your butt this week? Anyone that you want to give a shout out to? Like a little pay it forward. Like, hey, thanks.
Well, and I'm sorry to be so boring because I already mentioned
You're so awesome. You're not boring.
Sydney Smith, invited me to be on a sketch for his show that I'm going to be on the 16th at Stand Up Live. And it was just really cool to be a part of them. I mean...
so shout out to him.
Shout out to Sydney and
Sydney.
Everybody else that's involved in his show. I got to meet comedian August O'Neill.
Yeah.
In person.
With her. Yeah.
She's so fun.
Yeah.
I just loved her. And I'm like, why do I love her so much? And it might be her face. I was watching her, when we were doing lines and stuff, our comedic lines. And that sounded weird. I'm sorry. But just her expressions, I was in love.
She looks like Arsenio Hall, right?
No, I wouldn't say that.
That's what she knows. She
says
knows she looks like him. She posted a picture.
She's very beautiful.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
But I just loved her spirit and her energy, and it was just like so much fun. So I love when I get to meet somebody I'm friends with on Facebook that I've never met.
She's really cool. I did a Star Wars promo video with her. Like,
she says that we met before, and I don't remember, and I usually don't not remember things like that.
Yeah, because she has like half her head shaved still, right? And like her hair to the side, like a.
Well, in her headshot, she's got like a pretty fancy hairdo, but
yeah,
it wasn't. She had like a big ponytail going on.
Okay.
So.
Yeah,
but that was
half her head shaved, but maybe not anymore.
See, it might be. That was a style choice for her headshot, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So I did work from home on Wednesday, and that was really nice. So
you make it also a spa day? Was there? Hey, Felipe, were you also there? Again.
Yes, Miss April. No. No, it was just nice to take a break in the middle of the week and not have to like take a shower.
You're like my mom.
Wash my hair.
She does that.
Yeah.
Well, she used to when she worked at Intel.
I can't do it for too long because then I go crazy because I realize I need people around me.
I need people around too. Like
I get crazy.
I don't want to live with people, but I need that. I need to kind of venture out, be in public, and then come back.
Yeah, I have roommates though. I rent tomorrow I have a second roommate moving in, short term. So that's nice.
What's your rent?
I charge them between $400 and $500 a month.
Okay, so your rent's like $1,700, $1,800 a month.
I do not want to tell. It's my mortgage.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's for tax purposes. I don't know if you have any IRS listeners. I don't want them to know what it is.
Are you like lying about it on your taxes?
No, I didn't say that, April.
Oh, okay. I mean, are you telling the truth about it on your? Okay, it doesn't exist. So, all right.
Didn't you know that this is like the premier podcast for IRS associates?
Yeah, you're right. I did get a dick pic from an IRS associate.
That was a big dick.
That was a big dick. It was made of you owe us $1,000.
I owe you.
And that's an IOU in the shape of a dick.
And it's like there's a joke there.
Like paper airplane in the shape of the dick, and it's like you open it. It's like you owe us money.
That's kind of there's a joke there. Something about like, well, you owe me another 3 inches.
Because you lie.
Because you lie, right? Well, you told me it was 6, and it was really 3.
So what's like, you've been attacked by dick pics, all of us have, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I understand the word attacked.
Meaning
I've received dick pics.
Because I receive them from people I don't know. You receive them from people you know. And for me, when I don't know them, well, I guess, I don't have to say that, sorry.
But, no, go ahead, keep going. I like this.
When I receive one from someone I don't know, because I did do some dating on Craigslist, and it was just not...
That was your first
If you want thousands of messages for not even posting your face, go the Craigslist route. If I did pose as like a librarian who's Asian, and I'm like, I wear cardigan to the cold library, like just, and they're like, oh yeah, just like messaging me, no photo. But so I get like emails, and what I mean by attack is you open the email and it's like, oh, there it is.
Right. I don't get them on email. I get them on text, and they're usually from a guy that it would be somebody I know, I've talked to, maybe I've gone out with. They're trying to really persuade me into... Or actually, I think what they just want is you to give them attention because they're horny and they want you to like...
Like, I'm horny in this moment. Come over now before it goes away.
And
before my boner goes away.
Sometimes I don't think they even want you to come over. They just want you to... Maybe it's like the idea of a free sex line. You know what I mean? Like, they just want you to, like... help them out.
Like, ooga mooga, does this turn you on?
And it doesn't.
No.
I mean, I'm curious, sure.
Like why is your dick so ugly? Like, I'm so curious about that. What happened to you to make this so ugly? Okay.
You know what else about dick pics that really, like, I really look for or don't look for? I will notice if this is not current. So if, like...
Little grainy from the 70s.
They're on their Motorola Razor.
It's like scanned in. It's obviously from the 70s.
Good try. But, no, like, if it's dark out and in your picture, it's light out. If it's an outside dick pic.
Like it was hours ago or days ago.
Yeah, like, oh, so you're just sending the same pic to everyone?
You've sent to every girl?
Right. Because you should be sure that if I send somebody a picture of my boobs, I just took that photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I did that with my first boyfriend. I would do like a bra shot or something. Like, I don't really have a lot of cleavage, so I'd be like, oh, pushing my boobs together. And
having big boobs is not much easier because you have to make them not look like monstrosities.
Oh, like little monster, like big monster, like they're taking over your everything.
Yeah, that happens.
Okay.
When I see
Okay. So I feel like having the boobs is just a problem in general. I'm really sorry. Having them or not having them, it's just like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ever since that boyfriend, I haven't really been interested in sending anything.
I mean, I really don't want to, especially in this culture of people stealing your identity and breaking in. Like, next thing you know, your stuff's going to be all over the place.
I did have an ex-boyfriend that would post stuff after we broke up. He would post stuff.
That's revenge porn.
I mean, it was my butt. It was
my
side
butt.
view of my butt in, like, stocking or pantyhose or something.
Oh. Well, let's talk more about dicks because I don't want to admit to any more wrongdoing.
Well, let's do the celebrity one. Do you want to describe yours really quick?
Yeah.
And I'll just try to guess it. It's obscure, you said?
Well, I don't know how obscure it is, but this celebrity dick is very handy. He is useful in an emergency. He is handsome. And I don't know how to describe a person like a dick. I mean,
you can just describe him like what you can describe.
He's a good-looking all-American dick.
I wonder if I'd met him actually. I may have.
I mean, I think he was bigger in the late. He was at his full erection in the late 80s.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe early 90s. They keep trying to reboot this dick, or they have in several ways in pop culture. I think he might. Does
he have a distinguishing feature? That's like would give him away?
On his face?
Yeah.
Well, let's just say the character he played was very popular. The character was very handy and useful and resourceful. He could really get you out of a jam with just
MacGyver?
Yes. But what's his name?
The actor or the actual? Fuck, I don't know the actor's name. Was it? Oh, no.
Well, you probably know the first name, considering the podcast we're on.
Richard MacGyver.
His name's Richard Dean Anderson.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Like, that's great. I didn't realize his name was that.
Yeah, like, he's one of those actors that, like, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, where, like, you play a character and, like, that's just all you ever are.
Yeah.
No, he was in, like a space.
Typecast
He was in a space show, I think, too. He was like in Odyssey.
Lost in Space at?
No,
was
something
he
with
fixing
Atlantis.
the ship? Okay. Oh, Atlantis. Oh.
I don't really know. I looked it up on IMDb, but that's my celebrity dick.
Okay, so mine, if you want.
Do I have to guess?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This one might be easy. So, well, if I say this, it's gonna give away. Okay, so he's kind of bald, a little bit. He was a playwright, whatever. He's vegan, so he probably technically shouldn't be into pussy, but let's see. Oh wow, he's married to the daughter of playwright Neil Simon. Wow.
Holy cow!
That's whoa! I didn't know that. Born in Columbus, Ohio. He was in Austin Powers, like in one tiny scene, but that doesn't give it away.
Is he an old dick or a young dick?
Ooh, he's kind of old. Yeah, I'd say he's old. Probably my dad's age. My dad's like in his 50s. He was in. Oh, let's see. He was in the show Coach. I kind of like that show as a kid. He did replace an actor who died.
Dang.
Yeah, but that
Who died?
doesn't give it away. He was also a bartender.
Is he a handsome dick or like a cute, ugly dick?
I would say he was more handsome when he was younger.
Is it Woody Harrelson?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's married to a playwright's daughter.
Yeah, Nancy Simon is Neil Simon's daughter. Like, what a way to get free plays. You don't have to ever pay for anything.
Woody Harrelson's really fascinating. I bet you he does go down on his wife or whoever.
He looks like a pussy.
He probably really goes for it. He quit marijuana, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is neat, because he was, like, a huge...
Why would you quit that, though? No,
well, because you should.
Can't function.
I don't know.
How do people function on, like, 8 bowls of... I hit the bong, like, 7 times, and I was like, whoa, like, please get me to a hospital.
Oh, my gosh.
That was my first time, man.
Yeah, that's scary. I don't know. But, Woody Harrelson... Oh, Woody.
Yeah.
What do you think that's short for?
Woodward?
Woodward?
Woodard?
Woodrow?
Woodrow?
Wood Creek?
Woodland?
Woodchuck?
Rosewood?
Woodchuck?
Linwood? Trolleywood? Woodchuck? How much wood would a woodchuck? Chuck?
Wood.
Wood.
It's actually Wouldy. Woody.
Woodall?
Shouldy.
Oh.
Couldy.
Coody.
Coody Harrelson.
Coody. Booty.
Rockin' Everywhere.
Rockin' Everywhere. I love that one. I love that song. Woody, wooding everywhere.
Woody, smoking everywhere.
Yeah. That's why he looks so zoned out. How
Well,
do people drive while smoking so much? I don't get it.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. I couldn't drive. Somebody's like, "You going home tonight?" I'm like, "I'm not going home."
Somebody, one thing I'm noticing is, I guess nobody smokes anymore. They do other things. They vape it. They eat things. They
put it inside their dick or their pussy.
Is
Gotta
that like
take a hit.
Like the butt chugging.
What? Is that a thing?
That's with
You do it in the
alcoholic
pool?
teens soak a tampon in vodka and put it in their bum, and it absorbs in their skin. They get too drunk, and
Hours
die.
later? Oh.
Because
It's
they're
like 3 hours later?
I don't know how long it takes. I've never done it. I wouldn't, because I'm okay just drinking my alcohol.
Yeah, why do you not want to taste the cupcake vodka? I guess it tastes like poison. So.
I think it's because children are they're young people concealing it.
Because you can put it in your butt and then go to your family, like...
Your breath doesn't smell.
And you can go to
but
church.
Your farts are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of tampons, this is my thing. This is kind of my personal topic. I've been using pads my whole life, and I found out last year in LA in November that's an embarrassing fact about myself, because my friend in LA, she's from Arizona, but we were walking like down, and after a comedy show I did, we were kind of walking and going to like this cool bar called like Davy Wayne's, or I don't know, it's really cool, in a house near Hollywood Boulevard. But we were walking to my car, which was parked on Hollywood Boulevard. She's like, my period started, you know, do you or the other friend we were with, do you have anything? I go, yeah. And I go to the car, and I pull out a pad. She's like, no, thanks. And I'm like, oh, this is an embarrassing thing. They're like, it's a really thin one. But, so now I'm, like, on tampons, and I've ruined all my underwear. But, like, I hated tampons as a kid, because I didn't want anything up there. Not as a kid, I'm sorry, as a teenager. I felt like more bloated wearing it. I don't know.
April, I think that it's your body, your choice.
Thank you.
Okay. So I think it was wrong of your friend to shame you.
She didn't really. She just was like...
she did.
She did?
Because we're talking about it now.
Because women do that to each other.
But here's the thing, though, too. No, I think that is kind of... Because that goes back to, like, middle school shaming, in a way. You know, like, if you think
like,
about
ew.
it.
She's
Yeah,
so
like, you're
fun.
so dumb.
She's
you don't...
my improv twin. Like,
But, also, if I was in an emergency, I'm not turning down anything.
True.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, there's that.
I'll turn down Depends, but...
I kind of want to start wearing Depends just for those nights out, because I always have to go pee. And then sometimes I don't like it.
Just let loose.
Mm-hmm. But I think that, like, it's a personal choice. I didn't start on tampons because, like, my mom being so Mexican, she has there's a lot of weird...
Cotton just lying around.
No. No. I think some old school women, probably like my mom, they think it equates to your virginity or something like that. Like, I think some people have an issue, and I'm not an expert in this, but this is just what I gleaned from it, is, like, you're right, like if you're 12, you know, like, I don't know.
Like, I haven't had sex yet. Do I want to shove something up
Yeah,
there?
like, you're gonna, so.
Don't want to prepare to have sex when I didn't have sex till I was, like, what, like 24 anyway, so it's...
Yeah, so I was raised with some weird stuff like that, to where, like, my mom thought it was weird. And then as I got older, I was like, no. Even to this day, I'm afraid if my mom sees one of my tampons, like, ugh. But now I'm like, I'm an adult. I can do what I want, Mom. And she's like, I made you. Yeah, anyway.
Felipe, what do you think?
I think it's your body, your choice.
Okay. Correction. I think I had sex for the first time when I was 25 or 26, because I'm a late bloomer, and I love it. So obviously with the tampons, total, like, late bloomer. Yeah, I agree. And now I love them, so...
You know what? I hate to admit this. Sometimes I use both because I don't trust it.
Yeah, my mom told me
Like
that.
if I sleep. Like on day 1 or day 2 when it's really bad.
I know.
And then it's like, because I don't want to.
I'm like, if you don't change it, it's like your underwear. It's like, do you wear shitty underwear on purpose on your period? Like black
shitty underwear?
Meaning not full of shit, but
those are for a different week of the month.
Oh, okay.
It's during.
I wear black, like dark. I just make sure I wear the dark ones or wear ones that.
I'll tell you this. I wear black underwear every single day.
Because it's more thinning.
Under my clothes, it's thin. No, because what I learned, I think I wear black pants and black skirts a lot. And I think I was nervous about, like, it showing. So if you wear white underwear under black, it'll show through.
Or a white bra.
Right. So I don't feel unless I wear a white shorts, white pants, I only have a couple pair that are not black. I have like a stack like this big of black underwear.
Oh, that's great. I should probably just do that. Also, there was the tampon, the sport tampon. I was going to buy that. But tampons, I feel like I buy like the variety packs with like different sizes.
Oh.
I don't know if that's good. I need some
I have
advice.
once, but the light ones never got used.
Okay.
And then the heavy was too big.
There's always a day on your period, or for my period, where, like, there's nothing. Like, I'm on my period, but there's a day of just no bleeding.
Yeah, it's like a pause. It's day 3. It's kind of like, and that's the day.
What is that about?
I don't understand.
Are you a scientist? Can you tell me? You look like a scientist.
I do. No, I don't. I don't know what that is. But that is the day where if a guy calls you, it's kind of like, can I have sex?
Do I tell him?
Yeah, and you're just like, do you think I can get in under the radar before my period knows it's still going?
Can I get him to put his face down there?
Not if it's DJ Khaled, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They're all,
Yeah, sometimes, maybe it's a bonus day. It's kind of like your day of prayer or a day of
If I was religious, that's my new religion, is the pause of between my periods.
It's the period pause. And then after that, it's just kind of manageable.
I always thought after that, it's just like a little bit more. But no, sometimes it's like 2 days or more. And I'm like, could you fucking stop?
Do you think people want to hear us talk about our periods?
Yeah.
They do? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, believe me. Everyone listening is loving this right now. Because you don't know what it's like to be... Some of you are women. Some of you are not women. You're like, ooh, I think periods are gross, but I'm going to listen.
Well, since I brought up the sex thing, I have this new realization, and I've read a couple things about it. Actually, I read an article that was like, fuck any guy who won't have sex with you on your period. Like, the ones that will, like, go, oh, you're gross. And I kind of have a new realization or a new appreciation for men who don't react to your period, or at least don't shame you or... make you feel like you have to go.
Guys who are not Mike Pence.
Like you can't be in the same room. Like I'm just having this kind of like aha about it. Like that's
the band Aha. Like if they did a period song,
it'd be like take on me,
during my period.
I just think that's a real man who can just like that's a real man.
Like that's a guy I'd want to be with. Like
yeah.
Like. Do you feel like, we were talking about before the podcast. Oh, first of all, I'm going to give a little shout out to, I forgot this person's name, but again, I think like, I'm getting some dick pics from some fans who I think might be trolls. And like this podcast, please send dick pics. It's obviously like a trollable podcast.
Do they look like a troll or they're just a troll?
I think they're actually listening, but I think when you're sending a dick pic, I think you're going to try to use a generic name to send it because like you're so embarrassed. Like you don't want people like, knowing that, like somebody named James
Blunt. James Blunt.
Blunt, yes. And like I'm getting like dick pics from like just John Doe type names, and I get that, but I did get a dick pic from somebody who had like a monocle on there.
Oh, and so he's like really astute.
Yeah, and I feel like I hope this podcast. I was kind of debating whether to like tell those people to like stay under their bridge, and I like that you're trolling, but stay under the bridge.
Am I going to get to see any dicks? You told me, I think it's like false advertising.
You're right. I can show you. I can show you.
I mean, is that okay for me to want to see that? Or is that not ladylike?
I don't know these days. I think it's okay.
I mean, I'm very curious. I've never...
We're dick curious. So here's one.
Hello, gorgeous ladies. That's an adorable dick.
This is like one you'd get for Mother's Day.
That's like a Google image, though. I don't believe that's anybody's dick.
I feel like, yeah, it looks like it's CGI, so.
Yeah.
Oh, look, see, this one looks the same. So this person who sent this, like, if this is one from, sorry guys, it's one from a few weeks ago. The monocle one, I did not get a screenshot of. It was on Snapchat.
Boo.
But, you know, the monocle's cool, because, like, it's kind of like Scrooge McDick. Like, it's kind of like...
Oh, angry dick.
It's like,
he's a taxes.
He's like, I'm a miser. I'm not going to spend money on anything.
Yeah,
like,
that's a dick.
That's a fucking dick. Like, don't mess with him. Like, he's a douchebag.
So, my favorite thing, I just want to talk about this for a second. Mm-hmm. And this is what I'm doing, my piece this Thursday at Plasma on.
Okay.
Is the phenomenon when you can see a dick through a nice pair of trousers.
Oh, like leaning to the side?
You could just see the outline.
Yeah.
And Jon Hamm is kind of like famous for this.
Really?
And Mad Men. But mostly famous for this. And if you
In real life or just Mad Men?
In real life. Well, the joke was that he's famous for this trouser snake. But he's also famous for Mad Men. Mm-hmm. But to me, he's famous for having a dick outline.
You're giving us a preview of your little... Wow.
Is that neat? So I love it.
That's at rest?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jon Hamm. There was a BuzzFeed article that kind of like rated like celebrity dicks, and they used the Hamm scale. So it was like 2 hams, 3 hams. And I had my own experience with this with a kind of famous comedian who nobody likes anymore, Owen Benjamin. No, that's Owen Benjamin. But look at this picture we took, and you can see it.
Is that a ghost?
It's a ghost dick.
It's like seriously white through his pants.
Well, I lighten this picture a little bit, but basically it's right here. It's right here. See
yeah,
it?
I see it.
It's horizontal.
It's doing a dramatic C.
And I could see it while he was on stage too. That's why you can't wear light gray slacks if you're a comedian.
He's wearing white underwear. Do you think?
Do they wear underwear when this happens?
I think a lot of guys wear boxer briefs, and I want to say...
can we know how cute I look in this picture?
Wow, you're wearing white as well.
I'm adorable.
You are? That's a cute shirt. Where'd you get it?
Probably Torrid. It doesn't fit me this way anymore. I've gained more weight since here.
What?
And you know what's funny? I thought I was so cute here.
What year was this?
This is probably 2014.
Okay.
So 4 years ago. Every year I kind of look back and go, oh, I was so cute then.
I do that too. Like with hair and
yeah. And I really should just enjoy how cute I am now, because in a couple but I don't feel cute.
Yeah.
But in a couple years I'm going to be like, Mary, you were at the top of your no, I'll be like, Mary, you're at the top of your game.
Yeah, you're all older, like, you were at the top of your game.
Like 100 pounds heavier, and like...
You turn to Adam Sandler, I don't know what's going on.
Why doesn't anybody like me? Why am I still single? I don't know. Can we go to Bosa now?
Can we go to Bosa?
I want to go to Bosa. But yeah, that picture, I'm going, oh,
is
I'm
Bosa
so cute.
Spanish for donut?
I don't know. No, it's not. It's definitely not Spanish for donut. I think it might be maybe like it's Bob and Sally's donut shop or something.
It's an abbreviation.
I don't know for sure.
It's
April.
not a word. It's not a word in Spanish.
April, I thought of this and I cannot figure it out.
Weed thoughts.
Bosa. I mean, it's a random word. But have you ever seen the logo? I might have a picture of the logo here because I kept it. No.
By the way, I've mentioned this on the podcast. My mom wanted to get me tested for drugs when I was younger, and I think I know why, because I'm always analyzing this shit. Okay, go ahead.
Maybe your mom was the one on drugs.
Maybe. Hey, Mom.
No, it's I think it's capital B-O, capital S-A. So that tells me maybe it's like Bob and Sabina. My mom's name is Sabina.
Oh, cute. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. It's like the first 2 letters of their name.
Yeah. What is this?
Sorry, if you're listening to the podcast, go ahead and get a drink of water if he needs one. We'll be here when you get back. Go to the drive-thru, get a little like $1 soda at McDonald's or something, or get a cookie. It's a little break time. We're just looking at Instagram. Wow, let's just check our social. We're checking our social media. It's just a social media break during the podcast. I've never done one before. All right, so welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So you told me not to bring up the drugs on this. All right, okay.
What?
I made notes for the guest. So.
But you're recording it.
Anyways. Oh, shit. Okay. Do you want to talk about any of this stuff that I typed? Like, I don't know if we're missing anything else. The things I typed out. Is that going to be part of your presentation?
No, that won't be part of my presentation.
What do you think about dating in a comedy world?
I don't know. I'd like to try it one day. Just kidding. No. I don't date comics because they've never asked.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't.
You're making like
the ugliest.
You're
face
looking
ever.
like she just smelled like a terrible fish that died like years ago.
I hate to not have an opinion on something. Is my problem.
I'm kind of mixed, I guess.
Hold on, let me gather my thoughts.
I've dated a comic before.
Yeah. Well, I read you talked to me about this a little bit, or you typed it to me. And here's the thing. I think it's difficult to have two comedians in one relationship. Maybe. I feel like only one person can be the star and the other person is the support. So, like, in what I read was, like, you kind of put your... Why don't you just say what you were...
Oh, okay, so my... when I was with in a relationship with a comic, I'm always in relationships with guys who are kind of, like, funny. Like, they're a little funny. Like, they are nerdy comic book readers. They are in musicals or whatever. This particular one was not musicals, basic like straight up comic. It was not hard, but he was in a relationship with someone who became a comic, and it became hard. Like they were trying to outshine each other.
Like previous to you or at the same time?
Previous to me.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But no, we didn't have any issues as far as competing. It was like something else that broke us apart. So just like location and like different goals altogether, but I think it's possible. Like, we didn't try to outshine each other or anything.
Okay, well, that's fair. I think...
Which I'm very surprised about.
Yeah, it's not like I want to outshine somebody, but I think people get jealous if the other person has success or...
Yeah.
You know, it's... I think my ideal partner is going to be somebody who does something completely different and who really thinks I'm funny, but also grounds me. Not in like a you're grounded way, but like just grounds me. And actually somebody who's so boring in their own world that like I am fascinating to them.
Like they do stock brokerage.
Yes. And it's funny you say that. So yeah, something completely different.
But then would you feel weird if you went into their... Because like I had an ex-boyfriend who had somebody they were, you know, in a relationship with before me who was like in a different career entirely, like medical, and he felt like he couldn't belong. He felt like it was hard to like relate. You know what I mean? Like he couldn't really go to like dinner without feeling awkward with like that group of people.
Yeah, well, he's probably just awkward in general.
Well, yeah, maybe because we all have anxiety or we all have like depression or something. But
I have experienced recently with guys. There's been a couple of guys who have said, "You're not funny." And they're not...
Excuse me? I think you're funnier than me, so excuse me?
Like, I mean, these are like, you're having these conversations when you're like mid-makeout kind of thing.
Oh
or
my God.
Like somebody you're like, I don't know, or even just, I don't know. Like
I think they think you're funny and they're trying to put you in your place. And they're like, just feel threatened.
Yeah, I was having a text conversation with somebody and they're like, "You're not funny." And I was like, I've got 7 shows booked this week. Like, how many do you have?
I've almost won a contest a few times.
I almost won a contest. By the way, I think that might be the title of my like comedy special. I almost won a contest because I can get like a little bit. I can break to the second round, maybe third round, but I don't win.
I can be like runner up, okay? So
I almost won a contest.
Of like 12 times, okay? So
that's a whole nother episode, but I've had
adds up to winning.
Had guys tell me that, and I think they're just trying to poke at me and get me to be like, no, you know, like, oh, let me play with your penis some more. Yeah, now am I funny?
I mean, I feel like I can see through people. Like, I have, you know, and because of that, I have trust issues, which is I just find so fascinating. But no, I feel like, I don't know, I wanted to go into psychology, I think, before I became, like, a theater English major. And, yeah, I'm getting that, I can, like, when somebody says something, I just see right through it. I just, like, oh, you're probably doing this because of this. Get out of my face.
I think if you add a layer of, like, sexual chemistry, I want this person to like me.
I know,
want this person to pick me. Then a lot of that gets clouded. But no, I know I'm funny enough. You know, like, they don't know what they're talking about.
That explains why I'm, like, single for, like, 7 years at a time. Because, like, I'm not trying to get someone to like me. Like, once in a while, there's a guy I care about. I care about their opinion. I'm like, oh, you know, like, oh, I care about what they think. But, like, I don't know. If a guy ever said that to me, I'm like, okay, we're done. Like, I'll just walk out. Like, but I'm not, maybe, I must be, like, weird. You're looking at me like I'm an alien right now.
No, I'm thinking, no, you're right.
Because I don't think I get attached to do you get attached really soon to somebody? Or is it just sometimes there's chemistry? Or you have chemistry with everyone? Do you feel like? I probably don't have a lot of chemistry with people.
So I think we're operating on a couple different platforms.
Yeah.
Because I have always been single. I don't think I've ever been in a serious relationship. And I think my world right now is like, you meet people, you talk to them, you charm them, you give them their phone number, they send you dick pics, they just want to hook up. And then maybe you hook up with them, and then you kind of hope they call you, and you hope it'll turn into something. And then usually it doesn't. And I deal with this with my friends, too. It's like the same cadence. And I'm at the point where I don't care anymore, where it's like, okay, hey, do you want to be the one? Can you add something to my life? Can you make it better? Yes, you're in. No, I don't need you. Like, I have a pretty good life. So...
You're very strong.
Huh?
You're very strong. Come across very strong.
I just said very drunk.
Oh, yeah, and she's drunk right now.
I think I'm getting to an age where I'm understanding myself a little bit more, and I'm feeling more confident. I'm at least trying to project that. So thanks for saying that.
Yeah.
So, but then sometimes around guys, though, I'm not that strong.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, you want to be, but sometimes at the end of the day, you just want somebody to,
just
like...
kind of, like, save me a little bit, like cuddle.
Yeah, cuddle with me, which also doesn't mean cuddle, I've learned. They trick you.
I've had guys who actually just want to cuddle, and I'm like, well, no, some of them...
I've been tricked, April! We're just gonna cuddle.
I've been tricked by guys who, like... I've never hooked up with anybody. It's always like, if I'm with somebody, it turns into a relationship. I don't know why that is.
Wow, what a terrible problem.
But I'm really, like, very prude. Maybe that's why.
I should be more prude.
Maybe they're trying to, like, crack that. I don't know.
That's probably why I can't get a boyfriend.
But I have a podcast called
Too Easy.
Yeah.
This is a joke I'm kind of working on, but I do sometimes think I'm too easy. Some of the worst lines I have fallen for, one of the worst ones was... I went to Costco today. Hey, you guys should come over. I went to Costco today. And me and my friend looked at each other like, let's go. It was great. I had a teriyaki bowl. I had some creme brulee. That happened. But I didn't do anything. I left my friend there. I don't know if she did anything.
Is she still in?
Another line I fell for on a cruise. I was so drunk. And this guy, who I don't think he even spoke English. He was one of those, like, high-end Latinos. Like, his whole Colombian family was on this cruise. He turns to me and he goes, I have my own room. And I was like, let's go see it!
You immediately jumped.
Mary, what are you doing?
Okay, so you're like, you don't have like that little, like, you're not really, like, I think way too much. So
I was really drunk, which isn't a good excuse.
Okay.
But sometimes it's like, I fall for it, like,
is there candy in there?
Yeah, at least... Is there candy?
Are you trying, Mr. Man? Do you have a van full of ice cream on this cruise?
So yeah,
what's under your coat?
So gosh, I've revealed way too much.
No, you're good. This is fun.
I think I'm a walking contradiction, though. I mean, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes I'm ridiculous.
We all feel that. There's some parts. There's definitely, like, I think I've been told I'm hard to, like, please.
Oh.
Or, like, hard to figure
Physically
out.
or emotionally?
No, like, I think I'm just hard to figure out, but maybe because I'm a woman, so. Have you been told you're hard to figure out, or no? Or nothing at all?
No.
Or doesn't get that far?
No, I think I get people who try to, like, put me in a box. Not a physical, real box, but they try to, like, control me or
make you want the dick.
I don't know if some guys just can't handle that I'm just, like, loud and obnoxious. I just say what's on my mind, and so they, they're always, like, kind of trying to,
like, can you be quiet and fit in this box?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
like,
don't do that. No.
If you shush me, this probably isn't going to work out.
Yeah.
I was voted biggest chatterbox of my senior class.
Did they give you, those like little teeth that you wind up and they chatter and they like walk across the table and they chatter? You didn't get one of those?
No.
I've always wanted one of those.
They didn't have an award ceremony, which is a real miss on their
You'd think they would if it's a social event.
I know, right?
You got a social award.
It was in the yearbook. It was in the like extra page to the yearbook that came out after the yearbook. So.
I saw it. You saw their yearbooks?
Mm-hmm.
I thought about giving them away.
No, because there will be like a serial killer from your class, and you'll want to go back to the yearbook to see like who. What, oh yeah, that guy.
Or like someone got murdered, and you can just go check that.
I was gonna try not to go there.
Okay, I know there's a lot of. There's some people like remember the baseline killer. We'll end the podcast soon. The baseline killer from like what 2006.
Yeah, that was like right after I moved to Arizona.
And like the Stapley killer. Like there was there was like there was like 3 people, 2 that would shoot people. The baseline killer, they got the people on Stapley Drive mixed up with the baseline killer. I thought it was the same person. And then I remember like there ended up being 2 separate groups, and then like they shot one of these girls I knew from high school.
No.
Like she was out like
Did she die?
Yeah, she was out in a neighborhood that I used to go and walk and pick up my brother from Montessori school, and just to check him out so my parents don't get charged. And like she got shot in the neighborhood, and it was weird because like on Dateline NBC, they did a pan over the street I grew up on, and I'm like, oh my god, that's my street.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, what a sad way to end the podcast.
Yeah, I think that's good.
You got any shows coming up?
I do. Well, we have this memorial show for your friend. No, just kidding. Yeah, this week's going to be busy. Like I said, I'm doing House of Comedy's Funniest Person with a Day Job contest on Tuesday, the 8th. And then I'm really excited to, on Thursday, for Trash Talks at Plasma. And then a couple shows next week. Sydney Smith Show, Stand Up Live on the 16th. And then the Glow Show on the 23rd.
I love the Glow Show.
Yeah, it's totally fun.
Yeah.
And the comics are good. And the black light is great. I don't care what anybody says.
A black light? What? There's a black light? I did the first one.
Yeah, that's what makes it glow, right?
Oh, really? I didn't know we were under a black light.
Did you are you thinking of the other Glow Show?
Is there another Glow Show?
The Glow Show I'm talking about at House of Comedy is actually, like, glowing. So...
You're better than me. Like, I was at the Woodshed.
Oh, you're thinking of Gorgeous Ladies of the Woodshed. Yeah, I've never done that one, but it sounds cool. No, this one at House of Comedy, it's in the dark, and they have black lights, and you put, like... kind of EDM feeling, like you put like paint on your face and then you just do your
Take some ecstasy under your side. Take some Molly.
No, I'm not doing that. I don't know what my set would be.
Are there guys and girls on the show?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I
like the inclusiveness of it.
Yeah, and I'm also doing Bridget's Last Laugh on the 22nd, which I've never been there, so I'm super excited.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is it?
You got to contact them for the match game, and you do a character.
Will I get a boyfriend out of it?
You might. Yeah, you might get a celebrity boyfriend out of it. So.
I can't wait to just get in a relationship and I can quit doing this fucking comedy stuff.
Oh, okay. Cause like,
it's just
I'm afraid to get into a relationship in case they're like, you need to quit comedy. I'm like, no, I don't. Bye.
No. I'm just biding my time until I can get on with my real life.
Okay.
Just kidding. No, I like this. It would be ideal to find somebody who could fit into my world.
Just accepts you for who you are.
Yeah, right?
That'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
And sticks around, and he's fun, and he sticks around.
And
that's my requirement.
Fun and sticks. I need somebody to pick me. That's kind of how I put it in my mind. Like, you have to pick me. It can't be like, you're there. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're there on board.
Yeah, it's like, no, I choose you.
And they send you a card, Ralph Wiggum style, from The Simpsons.
Yeah. And then, it doesn't send me dick pics.
Yeah, don't
often.
No. But, yeah, that'd be great. But also I like my alone time. So it's kind of like, can we live in separate houses? Okay.
That's not a bad idea. Except for it wouldn't be efficient money-wise.
Yeah.
I could go on and on about this topic.
I know you gotta go. But is there a social media you want to plug?
I am on Facebook. It's Mary Upchurch. I'm on Instagram. It's Mary Upchurch. I'm on
Up
Twitter.
your church. Are you religious?
Not at all.
Up yours church.
Like Mary Upchurch. It still sounds religious too,
I know, like
it?
Mary Magdalene.
Man, Christians are they're always stalking me. They're, come on, we need you on our team.
You're not even a nun and you're named Mary? What the fuck?
I'm Catholic, actually, but
I'm Catholic.
my parents dropped the ball.
What's your middle name?
Carla.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. It's not Carmen Sandiego.
I am from San Diego. My Twitter is Mary Upchurch PHX.
Oh.
But I suck at Twitter. Like, I feel like I don't
PHX
understand
stands for Phoenix. Just so
yeah,
people
because
know.
I live in Phoenix now.
It's an airport symbol.
I usually communicate things either in airport symbols or stock symbols.
Oh, or stock symbols.
Like, if we were going to Starbucks, I'd be like, let's go to S-Bucks, S-B-U-X.
Yeah. Which
It's
also, eventually Starbucks will have its own airport, so that'll be its airport as well.
That'd be a neat airport.
Or SUX for sucks. No, I...
This sucks. I think that's Reno.
Okay, or like some small town. Well, thank you so much for being on. And guys, just send us stuff. Like, I'm really conflicted on getting dick pics from trolls who write the same exact email from a male and a female and the same email account. But anyways,
I think if they
you
sent
know who
you
you
money, you probably wouldn't be as offended.
Yeah, just send us money. It's
Send it
paypal.me/April O'Neil. I think that's my PayPal. If you want to keep us going, send money there. And shout out to the person who is supporting us this month. His name is Christopher Starr. So
He's a star.
he's 2 R's. So
Christopher.
he's a little extra. He's supporting the podcast this month. He paid for this so we can keep going.
That's
so,
amazing.
Yeah.
Is he single?
Oh, yeah, girl, I can hook you up with him. Yeah, he may, if you're looking for a long distance, a longer serious relationship, I don't know if he'd be your guy, but, I mean, maybe, you never know.
Has he ever sent you a dick pic?
No.
Damn it. Well,
You wanted to see what he was working on?
Well, I mean, when in Rome.
Yeah. When in Rome.
Because we're on a dick pic podcast.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by that.
When in, I don't know, what dick thing rhymes with Rome?
Peen. Drone.
When in bone. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Emails, please send dickpics@gmail.com. Send us news stuff you want us to cover as well. Send us some intelligent stuff. And remember to please send dick pics.
The Please Send Dick Pics Bunch, the Please Send Dick Pics Bunch. That's the way we became the Please Send Dick Pics Bunch.